And we are back. There we go. This is not our regular starting setup. Alright, there we go. Okay. Welcome back to another Gachikoi stream on Holocure. I probably should start by introducing myself, shouldn't I? That would make sense. My name is Moona Technician, and welcome to my video. I guess that would be fairly normal. So what are we gonna do today? Well, I did announce in the last video that I would be publishing a video on me upgrading my PC, which I was planning to prepare for yesterday and basically have the video ready for today, or maybe just do the live stream today, depending on how that went. Well, since we are playing Holocure, that obviously didn't happen. Why didn't it happen? Simple, really. When I started to prepare yesterday, I realized that I actually need an additional mic because I don't want to rearrange my entire setup every time that I do like a live stream, an IRL live stream. And I didn't have that, so I ordered them yesterday. They will arrive tomorrow, and then we can proceed with that tomorrow, hopefully. If they don't arrive too late, but I don't expect them to. So that should be good. For now, we will be playing Holocure and getting Moona Hoshinova up to Gachikoi level fandom. Let's recap Moona. She is admittedly not the strongest character. She's a melee type that does fairly basic damage and buffs. There's nothing much in the way of synergies with anything special. The only thing, well, the armory kind of reflects that. All of these, except of course for the potato, I believe. I'm gonna have to check that in a moment, but I'm pretty sure that we use potato as the drop and forget item. But in terms of her build, there's the melee enhancement. We have our usual suspects in terms of scaling, so we have blacksmith gear and credit card. We've got promise tiara to get at least a chance of getting the stamps that we want, because without this it's pretty much hopeless. Study glasses as an additional scaling item is what I would say, yes, because these four are drops. We don't have a super collab in this one. Again, there's no strong theming in this, so we're actually dropping an item because with her, the melee super collab is alright, but for some reason she scales really slowly, even with all of this active. So, and I think it's because she's just underpowered. She doesn't deal a lot of damage, especially in the early stages, which results in her not killing a lot of enemies, which means lowered return on the XP, and that results in worse scaling. So this just gets us to the finish line in terms of her build. If we had to also build the super collab, that would mean we'd have an additional item to build to level 3 or level 5. We could probably do that just, but it's a risk, and it's the item that we could build, because we really want to spec into the melee. That's what kind of saves this build, to be entirely honest. that would mean building via Fujoshi, which we don't want because we are building Crescent Bardiche, and both of those use Psycho Axe. So yeah, that's out the window. We're also using Black Plague because Bloodlust is out of the question. Again, Psycho Axe. We are using a Legendary Sausage, which is a melee, and we are using... where's the last one? I think we're using Absolute Wall. Could that be the case? Yeah. So, Absolute Wall is not a great weapon, especially for melee-based characters, because you want your adversaries close, and this actually has a pretty dang high knockback. So I wish there were other melee weapons that didn't spec from Psycho Axe, but at the moment we have, I say weapons, collabs. There are a couple more weapons that we could be using. In our case, we will be using the Wummy Water. Spider Cooking is another one that we could be using. Spider Cooking is okay in the beginning. It's not great. It's acceptable. If you spec away from there, that would be great. But this one doesn't have any melee combos. So no melee collab for this, which means it's either your end weapon or you don't use it. Same with Wummy Water. Like if you look for Wummy Water, that specs into Frozen Sea, which is a... I want to say that's a multi, might be wrong. No, that's a multi-shot. And Snowflower Sake, which is... where are you? Also a multi-shot. There we go. So yeah, that's... Those two can only serve as finishers if you want to use a melee... full melee builds. So, yeah, so that's the build that we are left with. Crescent Bardiche, Absolute War, Legendary Sausage, and Black Plague, finished by Wummy Water. It's alright. It's not great, but it's alright. So, let's do that. We're gonna finish a single game today, bringing her up to Gachikoi, and then next time we will do Ayunda Risu. Of course, this means this is only relevant if we actually finish the level. I think we'll probably go Hollow Office. I know I've played this a lot, and I wish I could go to any of it. I haven't finished the Gelora Bung Yagu stage yet on hard because math, to be entirely honest. I would need a different character, something that will allow me to take hits during the gameplay, and that basically means something that is Gachikoi already, and then that is either dodge or defense focus, probably defense focus, so that all that is strong enough to actually power through that boss, because that is annoying AF. We will be going with the projectile shield on this one, as I always do, because this level needs it, to be entirely honest. Wow! We're going to start with the Incurs. And I think we will hold credit card. Yeah, we're gonna hold credit card. We're gonna start with Ian Curse. That's a really good start. All right. Let's see whether that actually translates into anything. Let's get rid of Researcher's Code, and we're gonna go with credit card as planned. That was close. We're gonna go with Promised Tiara here. Yeah, sure. Another one of those. We get Psycho Axe. This is actually really good. We will take Psycho Axe here. It's also one of the stronger weapons by itself, especially once you level it up. We're gonna eliminate Headphone here. Headphones. and we are gonna take study glasses. Again, the weapon would be nice, but this is a scaling item, so the scaling item it is. Because that will pay dividends very, very quickly. We've got an attack up, new is the energy drink, that goes away, we're gonna take the attack up. It's rare to get these improvements. That actually hit me, okay. It's rare to get the improvements earlier, the stat improvements. So we're gonna take them when we can. Ex-Potato. Ex-Potato is with not a vital song. Oh, Ex-Potato is the one that we want to get rid of. Alright, so let's do that. Good thing that I checked beforehand. I might have actually taken that by accident. And we're gonna go with increases from 70 to 80%, and we're gonna go with credit card to increase the probability of getting anvils. I wish I had the other improvement. I don't really want BL Book because we don't have that yet. I wouldn't mind Idle Song, although that's a bad starting weapon. I would prefer Owl Blade, although I never have seen that early on. So in this case we're going to go with Crescent Moon to improve our starting weapon, because that's the first one that we want to invest in. Sausage. I mean, I could go Sausage BL Book, but I'm not sure that I want to. We could go Skills, but we have all three skills, so we are going to go with, again, Crescent Moon. That is actually enough to kill those guys in 2 hits. That is great. Alright, so not too bad. We have Ninja Headband. That is actually great. But yeah, we don't have to wait on anything here, which is also fantastic. We can just take this. And we have a healer incoming on the left. And we've got our first anvil and our first item, and we got Blacksmith's Gear, sadly right after we collected after we got the first anvil. So anvils are technically more valuable because they give you a full upgrade immediately, and this is now 2 upgrades. So that actually scales really nicely. I could also start enchanting, but that's not really what we're here for right now. So this one it is. And we are gonna try to... Alright, please make it difficult for me. Right, we're gonna hold the haste and we're gonna take Nightly Mill, which finishes the item collection. Still have to upgrade them, but we now have all of them that we want. And it's another one of those, and we're gonna take the haste up here. Another stamp. They are really way too fast. Essentially, the main weapon is too slow to actually hit multiple times. Crescent Moon it is. Ow, that actually hurt. I don't know why sometimes these guys apparently get hit before we actually do not take 1 water. We will go with BL Book here, just to fill up the ranks, because we have to fill those up ideally before we pick up the reward from the first boss, which is here now. We're gonna take Owl Dagger, we're gonna take credit cards. We still have 1 to fill. We've got Flower and another haste up. We're gonna take the haste up. We're gonna take Flower. Alright. Do not pick that up yet, because that could lead to something unfortunate. Although we do have... we only have one thing that we do not want, and it's probably not the one that's gonna drop. On this one, we're gonna go with Lunar Construction. Good. That would have been quite upsetting, yeah. But like we only have one slot for free weapons left, and it generally doesn't work out that way that it would drop something. I'd really appreciate if I could rotate you, and we will swap out you, and we will improve you immediately. Alright, that should immediately strengthen the main weapon. Oh no, that was not what I don't have the healing. I do not have the healing. Come on, guys. Come on. Die already. Moonsong would be an option. I don't see a lot of Crescent Moon. Strengthen this one, and we have our anvil. Right, we are gonna upgrade credit card, and we are gonna upgrade Crescent Moon. We have healed back quite a bit, so that's good. No, the scaling is more important. The scaling in this case is in fact more important. So that is what we will be going with. Come on. Ow. Alright. Ouch. Yeah, we'll take Idle Song on this one. So that gives us Axe and Idle Song into a combination, and Owl Blade and Curse, Yen Curse into a combination, which is good. Oop, careful. What do you mean you're not level? Right, yeah, there we go. Alright. Ow. Stop that. Nice. Alright, study glasses it will be. So it's either gonna be the scaling items or skills, and that's a good question which one to prioritize. So this will give us more levels, like straight up will give us more levels. So that is something that I actually prefer taking in this stage because I'm not struggling that much. With the upgrades that I have right now, I'm fine. That wasn't the case a couple of seconds ago. I do agree on that. But right now we are good. Just because of how dense the enemies are. I don't mean that they're stupid, I mean that they have a high density, as in frequency of their arrival. Yep, gonna go with the skill here. Ooh, it's full yellow. That probably means either a full drop, which it was, or potentially, does he drop anvils? I don't believe he does. Well, there's an anvil. We're going to finish up the glasses, and we're going to look into enchanting the items. I think we're going to go with Idle Song first. So it's going to be Axe Idle Song. We'll see. We'll see whether that remains true. Now, what am I looking for here? Maybe a healing one, or we're going to go for size. Size is an option. Not crit. No, not crit. Crit isn't really worth it. Size might be worth it. We're gonna go Idle Song here. We don't really have enough melee weapons right now to actually What's the word that I'm looking for? What is the word that I'm looking for? To argue that we have that we should be taking. Ooh, oh look at that. Good point. We don't really have a reason to enhance our melee weapons at this point because we don't have enough melee weapons yet to actually do this. The AoE, on the other hand, that might be interesting. If not, Psycho Axe. Psycho Axe is an option. Yeah, we'll take that. We have no reason to refuse anything that these are dropping now. We're looking for none of these right now, but I will be taking the Nightly Milk because that does finish it, and that frees up a slot. And I think we have the skills all on level 3, so we should be good on that end. Hamburger. That's a bad direction to launch that in. I need to remember which direction and when these actually launch, because we have about, I don't know, an 8-second downtime on the skill. I probably should remember that. What's the downtime on that skill? This one. Every 10 seconds. It doesn't say anything about the actual duration, but it's every 10 seconds that it's happening. I'm gonna have to check how long that actually lasts, because it doesn't say, interestingly. Alright. Because it doesn't launch right away when the old one is gone. I guess weapon is fine. Ian Curse is one of the stronger ones. Okay, so it's 3 to 4 seconds of downtime that we have, which is alright but not ideal. We will enchant Owl Dagger here, and then we will start. I could try Book, but I kind of want to get this done. Let's upgrade Axe, because while Axe is good compared to Curse. So there's a certain calculation here. Axe is good, but Curse is better in this form. So these two are the ones that I will upgrade first, and then I will spec into Song. Doing that, remember. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 seconds that it remains, and 5 seconds then to respawn. So it's an uptime of 50%. Does that get influenced by haste? Because it felt like 4 and 8. Does skill trigger? Does haste influence skill triggers? That's a very good question. Characters? No, I'm looking for gameplay mechanics. Items, drops, enemy stages. Huh. This is not the page that I opened. Interesting. There's no mention of this anywhere that I can immediately see. Because it's not a drop. Nope, it's not an enemy, it's not a stage, and it's not in the more features categories, I don't think. Well, there are upgrades. So let's see, what about haste? Haste up. Haste up increases attack speed. Well, this is technically an attack, but I don't think this counts. Alright, let's assume that it doesn't, in which case that doesn't make any sense, because what is our haste? Our haste is 33%. 33% of that would be roughly 7 seconds. That could be accurate. It's difficult to say. This is actually difficult to say. I'm gonna go with Psycho Axe here. As I said, Psycho Axe and Curse first, because they are the strongest single weapons. And then I will spec into Idle Song, because that is one of the weaker ones. And this actually is a... We're now at a stage where we have a good kill time. There it is. Curse you. Oh, boss, monster. Come on, there we go. Well, we have nothing else, so we will take Idle Song, and you know, I don't see a reason. Okay. This is up to max now, so that is actually good. And yeah, the movement speed between Moona and Hoshinova are very different. I can't remember. I think she's getting 100% speed boost. I have to check. And another Anvil, exactly what we wanted. Alright, so I could now, because we... Ah, no, we're not there yet. I think I'm gonna upgrade Ian Curse to max, and then that should be good. All that, and now we can go for Idle Song. That will give us the Idle Song to max level, which means we can now combine it as soon as we get a Golden Anvil into Bardish, which is the first one that we needed. I'll say first, it's one of those that we needed. So now we are looking for Sausage, because I want the wall last. So Sausage is what we want to look for, and we're going to upgrade Ian Curse and Owl Blade, so Ian Curse is up, so Owl Blade is next. And we might want to look into... Good grief. No, Bardish doesn't depend on movement speed, that is Sausage, I believe. We're gonna go with Aldair here, as I said. And again, Aldair got 3, and well, we could probably up Enchant Book. That would actually not be a bad idea, because they will... Holy god, moly. And we get another stamp, which we don't need. We get Bounce Ball. And it's an upgraded version. Okay, good. I'm gonna take Bounce Ball here. Means I will have to wait after the next upgrade, because I have nothing afterwards to upgrade immediately. It's kind of annoying. Ooh, that was a little bit close. Probably should be looking for that stuff. Aldair it is. See, that costs a lot of HP. I wasn't really paying attention. My mistake. I gotta admit. I kind of want to go back and have a look on the other side of this, because this is where the chests drop. There we go. We're gonna finish Ninja Headband just to get the slot. And if I say slot, again, we're talking drop slots. Aldagger? Aldagger. More dagger. More dagger. Ooh, Miko. Miko will be interesting. Oof, that actually hurt. Alright, let's activate this one because now we are getting into... Alright, swap that out, strengthen it. And we will then go into maximum on that. Aldagger again. Sad. That was quite sad. Should I try finishing Promised Tiara and Blacksmith Gear? Promised Tiara might be worth it. At this point. Oh yeah, I forgot about you. Yeah, with the shield, she's not really a problem. We've got Blacksmith Gear and we got another Golden Anvil, which is great because now we can finish this, and this will give us Black Plague. It's fantastic. Another Anvil, okay, also good. We can finish both of these actually. And we've got Cutting Board and Whammy Water, which is not what we want. And again, Whammy Water, and we've got Sausage. Alright, we're gonna take Sausage and chant that. I do not want to go with Wall right now, because Wall is not nice. It's really not good. But it is a melee, and that means it's better than not having it. We're gonna go for here, sure. Something else? That's fine. These real quick, and then we're gonna go back east and head for the stamp, the drop stamp that we still have open. And yeah, we are now getting harassed again. This, that. Come on. I'd love to get a healing stamp. That would be fantastic. We're going to take haste up here. So yeah, that is one of the big drawbacks in her build right now, is that there's almost no healing. Well, I'll say almost no healing. There is no healing. She's getting stat, like base improvement healing from the armory. And that's not the armory, the shop, whatever it's called. Shop improvements, enhancements. That's it. Like, that's all she has, plus the hamburgers that are dropping from time to time. And that is it. We are gonna go with that, so that we get a little bit of knockback. Her movement speed seems higher than what I'm used to from her. I wonder why. I improved it once, but that does not make that much difference on the movement speed. Ooh, yeah, let's finish this one. We've got book, and we want these two. We're gonna finish one first, because these are now all improved, yeah, so more book. Yeah, I think so. We're maxing out book, and now we can go for sausage. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, we have stabilized again. And we now have a decent attack speed on our weapon. Still, I would take the healing. Gotta admit, I actually would take the healing. Because again, like her weapon attacks, and you can see that here, they are not great. It takes forever to actually kill anything. Ooh, that was really, really close. I might actually go for the recovery here. that was not fun. All right, let's go for the legendary sausage. And this now actually requires moving around. And we are gonna go for the attack up, because screw that. They should be dropping, the new weapons should be dropping anyway. We have so little else, well, we have nothing else to improve, to be entirely honest. We still have the slot left, so that should come down every time. The cutting board is again without that. I prefer to get the max HP, but I kind of need the cutting board right now. So let's enchant this. We still have 6 minutes left, so we are looking good on that end at least. We will finish this build. I think her advancement into the second level of the fandom actually benefited her a lot. She was really struggling beforehand. It's cutting board, bounce board, isn't it? The rest is done. That's the only stuff that's left. And we will start with bounce board. Bounce board it is! Right. Alright. So... crit up. I mean, I'd like to get the crit up to 20, but... yeah, no buts. I'd like to get the crit up to 20. Now we get so many anvils that it doesn't really matter what else we do. We're gonna upgrade this to full. We have all of that, and I'm gonna keep you in case I get the health regen. But again, there is one stamp that actually gives you more stamps, and it almost never drops for some reason. I really struggle to get that one. If you do, you are actually guaranteed to get all the stamps in one sitting. But that is the only way to guarantee that, unless you have a character that actually gives you a skill or something which drops stamps for you. No, that is literally the only ways that you can do it. And I can't remember whether there even is such a thing. Okay, not what I was hoping for. Come on, come on, come on. I forgot about that part. But yeah, that actually went fairly well. So the problem with a character that kind of needs to move around like Moona, and she does need to move around, is that avoiding stuff is really difficult if you actually can't stay still for a bit. If you're in a good position, you basically have to do this, and if you're even a little bit off, that might be the end of you. I mean, not normally, but it can happen. And we got another delivery, and it's a cutting board. There are some characters, for some reason, that get better drops on the super items than others. I don't know why. There is no luck stat as far as I'm aware. Might be wrong. But yeah, I've had runs where I get like two super items, and then I've had entire characters that I've played through that didn't get a single one. We're gonna go for haste here, because that is the way to go. I won't say always, because the normally the stuff that's triggering on a haste, so on a hit, well, you want haste because that triggers more often. So yeah, that's basically it. All right, we'll speed up. Last golden anvil that we can get, dropping very soon. Yeah, no, that is actually the boss. The speed is at, well, yeah, it is at 300% now, so we're gonna go for the crit. It's at 300% because we currently, oh, that it already did drop. Normal speed is 194. 200 is a good number. You don't need it most of the time. These two, yeah. We are at 16.5 minutes. We are now getting the last item, which we will level out in about 1.5 minutes. So we will be at 18. So yes, with her level now, that would actually be enough to get something else. So to get a super collab item. I have the impression that that was better on other characters. I might be wrong. But I still believe that she is, in terms of like starting power, Moona is just underpowered, severely underpowered. And again, like I haven't seen a stamp in minutes, which for a game that only lasts 20 minutes, it's quite long. Well, it doesn't last 20 minutes, it lasts slightly over 20 minutes. Oh, I don't have that ready. I do not have that ready. Why don't I have that ready? Attack up. Yes. I wish I had that. Crit up. Not what I'm looking for. So this is actually a strategy. Because the walls count as individuals, so if every hit counts, so every time you enter one of the areas of one of the walls, it recalculates everything. So this goes for hits on enemies as well as hits on projectiles, and this one does have a chance, low chance, but it is a chance to negate projectiles, so that is good. I'm going for the health here because she feels not very healthy most of the time. Already, there we go. Another max HP, sure. Army water, yes, that is as expected. Don't really need this. The lightness stamp, main weapon, and increased speed of the character. No, thanks. Yeah, I have 2 improvements now, which is the maximum that you can have on any of these stamps. So even if I find something useful in the future, which, gotta be honest, there's only one that I'm really interested in, that is, as I said, the healing stamp, the bat stamp, or whatever it's called, vampire stamp. That is really the only one that I'm actually interested in. That might have been a mistake, I'm not sure that actually reloads at all. It's a difficult habit to get rid of. Alright, let's upgrade this to level 6. Let's set a haste here. Let's upgrade this to level 6 actually. And we shall see what this does. Now we are at level max. And with that, We get another crit up to beat the 20%. And now we're in the territory where we actually have to improve stuff, so this starts costing money. It's not a lot of money, let's be honest. But again, the stamp that we actually wanted from the beginning did not drop. Third time in a row. Third game in a row. 1, 2, 3. Fourth game in a row, I think. So, I'm not a fan. Gotta be honest, not a fan of that. I am a fan of Hololive. Not a fan of that. Speaking of Hololive, yeah, we need to sell these. Not gonna come. So there is one thing that I wanted to talk about when it comes to Hololive, and that was how bad is it currently going for Hololive? And unfortunately, it's quite bad. There are a lot of things going wrong with Hololive within Hololive right now, and yeah, it's not fun. Yeah, she doesn't have her ability up. That is a problem. Now it's up. All right. What the fuck? She had her ability up. What just happened? I'm sorry. That's her bubble active. That negates all ranged hits. What the hell? Like, seriously, what just happened? Did I miss something? Her ability ticked over and I triggered it, and then I ran in. And then she died. Her bubble is still there. Her immunity bubble. I didn't... Doesn't that work on... Hang on, does that not work on bosses? That can't be right. I'm gonna have to read through that. Protects from projectile attacks for 30 seconds. What? I'm sorry, what? Does anyone have an explanation for that? Because I sure don't. What just happened? What? Are you serious? That's more than a normal level. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have another game with Moona, I suppose. That isn't quite what I had planned, I gotta be honest. She was a... Man... Seriously? That's not nice. That is not nice at all. Why do you have to be like that? Endless mode does help, but only on stuff that I haven't won yet, right? Because I don't wanna play that again. Clear stage or reach 30 minutes and endless. So 30 minutes and endless would be an option. But she's not really up to that yet. Normal hard, that's it. Well, I mean, I could do just a normal. No, even a nuclear on normal is worth more. And that is more than 14%. Like I think that's 100 XP in total. Hang on, achievements, fandoms. Let's see, let's read up on this. Yeah, it's 100 XP. And it doesn't tell you where you actually are in this one. So all you get is this, so you don't know which one to go with. Yeah, and there's no further information. Huh. Okay. Oh, what am I gonna do now? What am I gonna do now? That was not the plan, if you haven't noticed. Like, I was in the final fight. If I'd known that it doesn't work, which there's no indication that it wouldn't, there just is no indication that it wouldn't. I would have played this differently. She starts with a 1% crit. That's a really low crit. The problem is that these count as cleared. The timed mode doesn't get you anything. Even fan letter effects are not applied. This is really annoying. All right. We're gonna see whether we're gonna go with this one. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one, and we're gonna go with the healing potion. Not up, down, wasn't it? Nope, also not. I thought it was somewhere. Are you serious? The rainbow as well. We're gonna go with Psycho Axe here, we're gonna take that, sure. The rainbow effect to our main weapon, credit card, yeah. Well. It's quite easy to see the difference in this, isn't it? How easy it is, don't take that, how easy it is to like beat this for the time being. I'm not gonna upgrade Anvil, credit card until I have Blacksmith gear. It's not worth the investment beforehand. Bounce Ball isn't bad, because it is a guaranteed hit. And in this case, it is a guaranteed kill. Promise Tiara, okay. Yeah, I'll take that. Crescent? Crescent? Study glasses? Study glasses. Oh yeah, we're actually getting different drops now. I don't think there's anything in terms of plan letters that I haven't gotten yet from this one. Eliminate energy drink, take Lunar Construction. We will take this because we still have 3 empty ones. This is what this does, 5% for each empty weapon slot. So that's a 50% increase in damage of our main weapon. Ow. Dagger, sure. Ouch. I don't want cutting board. Give me something else. I should have rerolled. I might have to upgrade her speed sooner rather than later, because that took a long time to go through there. That never dropped last time. Ooh, that takes some getting used to. Eliminate that one, take into headband, and have a look in this. Psycho Axe. Great. Exactly what I didn't want. We still don't have that. Again, let's take study glasses. Eliminate researchers, and exportator is the other one that I want to eliminate, but I can't. Let's re-roll this. Blacksmith gear, there we are. Nice. Alright, so if you don't succeed, try again. That's nice. Doesn't actually shoot out in random direction. Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a very nice one. I think we're gonna drop this. Swap that. I kind of want to strengthen this. And now that we're at that, I kind of want to... Ooh, we gotta move there. I think, stamps, I want to remove you, strengthen you again. Early on, this is a really strong one, because that... No. That should be faster. Sort of. Just out of reach. Not that you can save anyone, to be entirely honest. That's what I'm looking for. Not at all what I'm looking for. Ow. Owie. Oh yeah, I need to collect stuff. That would be useful. Yeah, let's collect some stuff. And let's look for new weapons, hopefully. Or anvils, because, well, I mean, upgrading these now is not a bad idea, but I kind of want Crescent Moon to be upgraded, because that actually has a really nice final stage. So we're going to go with that first. And now we are talking, which means now we are taking these guys. Yeah, every 5th hit does something very nice now. Upgrade this to the end, and upgrade this to the end. And go for skill, and go for sure. Yep, skill. Should I? I shouldn't. This is one less annoying than the other one. That at least is funny. No, the moon is upside down. Alright. So... the disadvantage of using the Bibu stamp, as I like to call it, is that you have to break the effect to actually collect the XP, which isn't true for all characters, admittedly, but for most. There are some which basically spawn in companions. They will be getting a nice advantage on this. Ooh, let's eliminate Ex-Potato and let's take Sausage. And I kind of want either song next. The problem with the last run wasn't that that it went particularly badly, but we missed one key item, which was the recovery stamp. Don't even remember what it was called. Oh, I turned you off. There, dang it. Let's see. I mean, that's a melee, that's a melee. That must be a melee. I'm sure that isn't a melee. That's a melee. So we have a decent amount of melee weapons right now. Should I do that, or should I go for an actual weapon? I feel like I should go for an actual weapon. Yeah. Right, so hopefully we're gonna get some stamps, because right now it's looking a bit bleak, to be entirely honest. We're gonna start enchanting though, because that should be fun. Bounce Ball isn't bad. If I find Plague, sorry, not Plague, if I find Curse, that would be fine as well. I would not mind Curse. I'm not gonna take Cutting Board. Well, there it is. There is Curse. Again, not ideal, but it's alright. The other one, but fine. Yeah, we're gonna start upgrading this right away, because that is now gonna be our main item to go with. I think that's pretty much the only one that I can upgrade. Not pretty much, that is the only one that I can upgrade for my build, I should admit, I should point out. Yeah, Curse and Owl Blade. Owl Dagger. Sorry, not Owl Blade, Owl Dagger. So those are the two that we're actually looking for. Which of course means we are gonna get Tiara, which is not the worst one, but it's certainly not the best one either. Do you mind? Right. Curse? We have Mark. I don't like Mark, but it's better than what we have, so we're gonna go with that. Mark isn't good, but the rest of them that we currently have dropped is worse. Quite a bit worse. So yeah, we're gonna go with Curse and with sure. Something dropped. Oh, back there. We're gonna go with Curse and with Dagger. So let's upgrade Curse for now. Dagger. Normally I would distribute these points more evenly to get this done faster, but to be entirely honest, that is not what I'm looking for right now. So let's swap this out. Strengthen you. And strengthen you again. Just to cover a bigger area, which will get us more hits, obviously. We have maxed out Curse, which is great. Ooh. Okay, the other one isn't coming. No. Dagger. Dagger. And dagger. And we have these two, and with that we have Dark Plagueis the Wise. Was it? I don't remember. Darth Plagueis the Wise, not Dark Plagueis, obviously. No! Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Idle Song, there we go. It gives me the one that I cannot take right now for the build. Sure. It is Idle Song, and it is Psycho Axe. Oh, triple Psycho Axe, Idle Song, and Promise Tiara. That's nice. That stage. Okay, I see. I'm gonna take speed here because I think we're still quite a bit behind. And you can see the difference between easy and hard mode. Like in easy, I do not struggle here at all with my health. The enemies don't deal that much damage. Like I just ran into the worst possible way. Nothing much happened. I'm fine. We can enchant this. Anything else to enchant? I don't think so. Nope. Should we? Nah. I am not struggling to defend myself in any way, shape, or form here. Considering that she's one of the weaker characters, you know how the others will blitz through this kind of low level when they have reached the Oshi stage. The Oshi fandom level, I know. Seriously? He's coming after me? Okay. Well, that didn't go well for him. So I might not even need the healing one on this one. Unlike last time. Sure, Nighty Milk. Let's improve a couple of things here. I'd love to see more stamps dropped. I would really, really love to see more stamps dropped. Fantastic. I do not see more stamps dropped though. Let's see off. The extra damage from the 5 times hits is really adding up when you're dealing with this type of group. It's really, really fantastic. The ability to go with that. Ow! Okay, that went from bad to worse very quickly. This is already maxed out. We are gonna need this one done ASAP. And let's strengthen this as fast as we can. No! Dang it! Just after I said that I wasn't struggling with health. Oh no! Would be great if I could actually find that bloody stamp. Right. Let's eliminate you. Exportator is the other one that I need to eliminate. Can't do 2 in 1, unfortunately. I don't know why. Would be great. Isn't the case. Let's hold book. But I need Tiara first. I shouldn't have held book. Alright. Let's be a little bit more aggressive. Eliminate headphones, get credit card. So... Come on, more! Give me more enemies, more adversaries. I do not want to use cutting board. Let's go with a reroll. Let's eliminate researcher's code. Let's take sausage. Sure. I think that should be okay. Eliminate energy drink. Let's take them to headband. Yeah, we still have 50 seconds or so to get all of this stuff filled. I kind of want to do that. Study glasses for now. At least getting the items done would be great. Because the weapons, you can't pull all of them. It's just physically not possible, because you will always have some left. I'm not saying you can't fill the slots, I'm saying you can't pull all the weapons in the beginning. With that, the items are in fact done, and we only need to keep track of... well, I think keep track of... we need to fill up the weapons. Can we get some weapons? We get X Potato, which is alright. The only one that I can't... Shit. X Potato is the one that we drop. Dang it. Come on. Come on. Really? Huh. Why? Just why? Why do I have to do this to myself? This was me. This wasn't even the game, it was just me being an idiot. Sure, whatever. If I have something new, I'll take it. Let's eliminate headphones. And let's take bounce ball. Why? Why was I doing that to myself? eliminate that, reroll. Not potato, not this one, reroll. Not this one, we'll take sausage, good. Potato needs to get eliminated. Potato does need to get eliminated. So is energy drink. I don't want that. I'll take micro milk. I'm gonna aim to fill this up first, and then we're gonna look at anything else. Like, we just want to fill up this the list. And there we go. We actually have 2 items that we can... Again? Alright. Not sure it's worth it at this stage. Oh, good. So, yeah, it's a new item. We take the new just to fill up the slots. Just to fill up the slots. Of course, we take a moment to think about whether we actually want those items, don't we? Dang it. Ah, it's so stupid. How did that happen? They were not at the right distance to one another. I wish the Moona and Hoshinova mode would look differently. This is the last one, so I don't need to eliminate this. I can, of course. And I picked the wrong one. Fantastic. God. What's wrong with me today? I won't say I need a rest, but quite honestly, maybe I've had a bit too much of a rest. Eliminate potato. Good. Oh, this is not good. And we are at the first one. We still have 1 item and 1 weapon left, and neither of them dropped. There's this one. We are gonna check. Not cutting board. I do not want cutting board. I don't want warmy water. I didn't get it. We're going to take credit card. We're going to pick this up and hope that it isn't warmy water. It isn't. That's great. Yeah, damn it. That's for the first one. No. No, they aren't. Hang on. These 2 are the first 2. Alright, we've got legendary sausage to work with. Well, at least. To some extent. I will go for this one. Because upgrading that is really, really strong. Might not be strong enough, as we've discovered. But it is really strong. If we don't have that available in the upgrades, we will use our scaling items, and if we don't have any of those, then we will use our skills, and if we don't have any of those, then something went horribly wrong. I mean, it is possible that you roll all weapons, but it's very unlikely. Come on. Ow, ow, double ow. Full health. I don't have any more of these. Sure, I actually will. As I said, Crescent Moon is the one to go for. Once that is done, we can look at the rest. I still haven't found the last weapon, which of course would take precedence over everything else. It's gotta drop at some point. Not cutting board! Dang it! I don't want cutting board right now. That is one of the worst collabs that you can have in this. want anything else. We're only 15 seconds away from that. We've got Owl Dagger. That is acceptable. It's not ideal, but it is acceptable. That guy's actually hurting me. Okay. The red ones do hurt. Oh, hang on. I've got the one stamp that means I should be standing still, isn't it? Yeah, I do. The bounce ball. Alright, so let's get this up to awakened. And now we should be a lot better. Right. So. Push credit card up to level 5, which means we have done that. And it won't be dropping again, which means we've got another slot. I cannot wait. Quite honestly, I can't wait to be done with Moona right now. This has been a roller coaster. Holy. And I mean, this game probably won't even be enough to finish this, to get into Gachikoi. That will be very, very disappointing. Alright. I was hoping that this wouldn't happen. Because now I have 3 weapons and an item, but it is gaining an item, so we're gonna... It isn't the one that I wanted, especially the... Well, I probably should have taken a weapon, but this will never drop again, so I'm fine with that. Come on. Come on, Moona. You can do it. What do we actually want? Scaling? No, we need some output here. We're gonna start enchanting. And it doesn't matter whether they're good or not, we will have to start enchanting. Ah, no. This is... Oh. It's getting really frustrating. Okay. Like, no super study glass. I think it was Moona that got those last times, the super study glasses. I kind of need these guys to be better. Because this is... It's not going well. Put it like that. Even now, this is not going well. Okay, we've got those finished. Like, the drop rate of stamps is lower than in the previous 3 games. This is not going well, like, at all. It's sausage and book, isn't it? So, This isn't going well at all. Skills it is. We need those skills done. We really need those skills done. Increase damage by 30%, increase duration by 1 second, or reduce damage by 20%. Add an additional book. There we go. Construction is. It increases the amount of bunnies that are getting shot. That stage already. No! We are not ready to face the next boss. Okay. We're at 7 minutes in. Like in 8 minutes, we should look to having the first collab. Preferably earlier, but yeah, at 8 minutes we can only hope that we have it. Without that, I don't know whether we can actually manage that. We're gonna finish that and we're gonna go for sausage right now. We're gonna try one more level. One more level might be enough to get the collab item, if we're lucky. I'm not gonna use that right now. I do not wish to improve that. Sausage max. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and the next boss has dropped. That is not the one that I was fearing. Okay. We were ready to face them. I can confirm we were in fact ready. Nightly milk. Which one? We're gonna improve Psycho Axe for now, and no super item. Sad. Quite sad. There is. That's the one that we were looking for. I hope that I can see some stamps very soon. Now this has outlived its usefulness. None of these are worth getting a level 2 stamp into, because that's a loss of a single stamp. But the drop rate has been so abysmal. I've got the tiara. Alright. I'm gonna go for a headband here. We need the slots open to drop new stuff. Come on. I don't have any rerolls left. This is my greatest problem right now. I do not have any rerolls left. I shouldn't have wasted them back then. I was hoping that it would help. It didn't help. It didn't hurt back then, because the stuff that I was trying to avoid didn't happen. But it certainly doesn't help me now. Crit rate. This weapon does not need crit rate. It needs lots of things. A lot of things, but crit rate is not one of them. Why aren't you dropping anything useful? What is going on? We're getting none of the useful stamps. We're getting none of the useful weapons. It doesn't drop a new weapon. I'm gonna finish up Bounce Ball just to get the slot. Actually, I kind of do have to improve Enchant Owl Dagger. There you go. Please, just drop me something like Ian Curse. Yeah, there we go. That works. Might have to take a healing item instead of glasses. She's gonna come crashing down in a moment, isn't she? She hasn't yet. There she was. Alright. Finally. Good grief. Let's Ian Curse. Take. Alright, that's great. That's actually great. Now, if only... I actually like that. I actually like that combination of these two. It's not the worst. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It means I can freeze these guys and be done with them. Get rid of the curse first. Alright. So, no, no, thank you. Oh, what's in Curson Ball? Oh, it's Curse Ball, obviously. Yeah, we are not doing that. We are definitely not doing that. There it is. I want to go to, and we need dagger. Anything that I need to... Nope. Dagger it is. Dagger. 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 That was quite quick. We are gonna take Idle Song, thank you very much. Improved as well. Oh. That looks like lightning. If it was quite far away though. Psycho Axe. Yeah, Psycho Axe Idle Song is now the combination we are looking for. Would be great if we could actually get some stamps, like some actually useful stamps. Yeah, those two are alright, they are not great. I could live with them, to be entirely honest. It's not my favorite, but I could live with them. Don't want that. Go away. Something dropped somewhere. No? Oh, what's that? Okay. Right. All right, let's not die this time. We are beyond the point where where I died the previous time, so that's good. But let's not get cocky in the end. This might get ugly during the last phase, which is still a bit away. We are just beyond the 60% mark? Yeah, 60%. Is there really? No, there really is nothing else. Oh yeah, that is lightning. Okay. Another anvil, that's nice. Let's upgrade this stuff a little bit more. Did I miss anything? No, I didn't. Alright, so almost done on that build. And there we have a satellite. Firing stuff at me. And it's dead. Really dead. Dead. I was hoping for at least some super item at some point, but no. Denied. Alright, we are looking for the wall now. Once we've got the wall, everything will be good, the USA said. I'm joking. Half joking. Yeah, cutting board, there it is. Once we've upgraded this, we're gonna get a absolute wall. That will get us some protection from projectiles. As we've learned, not enough by any stretch of the imagination. And apparently the boost also doesn't work, which is a bit odd. Enchant you here, and we are gonna improve you. You are already enchanted here, and all of these have done enchanted. Yes. Great. There we go. Cutting board. Oh, it's these guys, isn't it? It is these guys. Alright. Come on. Oop. Oop. Ouch. Where? Where did you drop? Up there. There you say? Somewhere behind here? Up here, okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of these kind of obscuring features. That's really not what you want in this type of game. Which makes this quite a frustrating experience from time to time. I cannot wait to be done with this as much as I like Moona. This isn't actually too much fun. Oh, it's alright. spot in the terrain, another thing that is not great. And we've got it at max level, hey, which means we can now check out the next golden chest, next golden anvil once it drops. There it is. Max HP up. Combine those two. Get the wall. And now all we need is Wami water. Oh, and we get it enhanced already, okay. Sure. Yeah, like we haven't gotten that many stamp drops overall. We're at the 16-minute mark and there's not much going on in terms of stamps. We didn't get the ghost stamp, didn't get the sword stamp, didn't get the size stamp, didn't get the... Sure, just give me all the levels right away. I'll take it. Now, it could be that in the last 3 minutes... Good grief, what was that? Okay. 2.5 minutes. There's another anvil down here. Yep, there is. Oh, the boss. Hello, boss. What are you doing, boss? Speed is... could be better. Crit could be a lot better. Money, and this will be improvements to... well, this one. And probably our main weapon. Okay, we might get one of those, so I might just start improving this kind of stuff. Just kicking out more damage. So I barely got enough. That's a level 2 stamp right there. So that would have been altogether barely enough to get 3 stamps up to max level. And that's it. That's abysmal, holy. That's actually terrible. That's terrible for normal stamp drops, not an improved one. I've got an improvement on that. What is going on? I have no words. I really have no words about what the heck is going on here. I'm gonna sell this, I don't care. If I find something useful, I'm gonna use it. If I don't, I will just improve that. Damn. Haste. Alright. I might just go for Bardiche. Anything above 70% is what I'm gonna go for. Which we are now at... Didn't tell me at some point? Oh, there it is. 75, yeah, that's okay. I thought. So... The thing about 70% is that it's the mathematical definition of probable. Well, I say mathematical, statistical definition of what is probable. So an event is probable if it's got a chance of occurring of 70%. 22%. Or pickup range. No. No. Come on. We won't be getting anything in the last 10 seconds. I don't need to fool myself. We are going to strengthen this up, and that's it. So we got enough for one full set plus a +2 item, which is not a lot. Not a lot at all. Let's go with something else. Let's go with Plague. Alright. That would have hurt quite a lot. That would have hurt quite a lot. Max HP up. Come on, come on. Give me healing. Yes, thank you. Alright. There we go. A little bit more money, sure. And that's it. Good grief. Oh. Alright. I didn't get a notification. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I gotta do that again. I think I've gotta do this. No, I'm gonna do this next time. That's it for tonight. Oh no. I gotta do this again. Well, yeah, I can't have another game. I just can't. Alright. Well, this was episode 9, I think, of Holocure, Save the Fans, getting everybody to Gachikoi. I'll see you guys. See you next time. Hopefully, when we are still trying to get Moona to Gachikoi. Oof. Until then. And yeah, I'm gonna publish a video probably on Sunday, maybe tomorrow, but probably on Sunday, about upgrading my PC. And that's about it. See you. Bye bye.